All right, another mock draft here for the Gulag. Let's see what spot I get this video. All right, I'm going out of the 25 spot, which is John Clark from the 25. Opposite end of the spectrum here, rather than the middle. I'll go ahead and I'm going to open up Sleeper and open up the spot. Okay, 25 spot. Minute 5 on the clock for mock purposes. Remember, it's only 30 seconds per pick when we actually do our draft. Otherwise, it will go forever. So 16 times 12, what is that? Divided by 60. Well, this won't happen, but if we took all the time needed, 30 seconds for every single pick, we're looking at a 3-hour draft. That ain't going to happen. So I'm in the 25 spot. Ryan's going to take the 4 spot because he's doing one at random. Let's get this draft started. So essentially, I'm looking at the first pick of the 3rd round in a standard draft. Holy crap, I was just about to say Ryan better take Saquon at the 4th pick. Holy crap, Kamara just went at 13. That seems off. See a lot of running backs went off. All right, looking at my best available here. Got Gurley, Kenny Galladay, Mike Evans, James Conner, and Adam Thielen. Looking down the list, ooh, Juju's right there. I do not think I could get Juju on the way back. If I could start with Todd Gurley and Juju, give me that all day, every day. I'm thinking about Todd Gurley here because if I look at these other running backs, I don't love any of them as my first running back. I just found another option for if I cannot get Juju. I'm going with Todd Gurley. Gonna see how the board falls. All right. Oh, Juju just went. I'm really, really hoping that. Oh no, I was hoping for DJ Moore or Odell, and they just went back to back. That's tough. Tough sledding for sure. Man, that's tough. Okay, so I could go with Mark Andrews here, which would immediately take tight end off of my wish list. Melvin Gordon is right there at the top. I could double down on running back. That would hurt me. I definitely want to take a pass catcher here. I think Cooper Kupp is right there as well. I love that. As good as A.J. Brown is, I don't really like him here at 208. Really, really like Mark Andrews a lot. I'm thinking Mark Andrews or Cooper Kupp, kind of a coin flip here. I can eliminate the tight end position and get Mark Andrews. My first wide receiver on the opposite side, though, will be a little tough sledding. The fact that I'm at the end, I can probably take a tight end with one of those next 2 picks if I really, really want one. I'm going with Cooper Kupp. 2 former Ram teammates right off the bat. Todd Gurley, obviously, with the Falcons now. Let's see what Ryan does in Randy's spot. Who's in the 4? We went with Stephon Diggs. Looking back, what would have happened if I would have taken a wide receiver? The running backs I could have taken. I still could have got Melvin Gordon in the second. David Montgomery, I've already taken him in a lot of drafts or mocks. I could have gone Melvin there. At least with Todd Gurley, I know that no one's going to steal the work. The only thing that would prevent him from having an incredible season would be injury. Ryan went with Devontae Parker in the third. Interesting pick there. Ooh, someone just went Deebo Samuel. I don't like that pick at all. Right before me. All right, so if I went with the top tight end, I'm going with Hayden Hurst. I'm taking a second Falcon on my team. Matt Ryan is there. I love that. Let's see who else is there for running back. Nope, not taking Keyshawn Vaughn. Tariq Cohen, interesting. Breida, Madison's interesting if Dalvin would go through with the holdout. To be honest, I'm kind of between Hayden Hurst and Matt Ryan. Let's see what happens if I end up going with a quarterback right now in Matt Ryan. What do I wait? Matt Ryan, you know you're going to have a high-powered offense. But I am putting myself at a disadvantage at the other positions. I'm going with Matt Ryan. I'm just going to do it, see what happens, see who falls to me. Got to be looking now for a second running back or a second wide receiver. So I would have hoped to get Josh Allen had I not taken Matt Ryan. Would have been sniped the pick beforehand. Running backs, I still somewhat like Kerryon Johnson. We don't really know that he's going to be just completely taken out of the plans. Obviously, they took DeAndre Swift with a very, very high pick. Wide receivers. We're in that territory now where all the rookies are now popping up. So I'm between Jerry Jeudy, who's there for the tight ends. But I also don't like Kerryon Johnson's bye week is 5. Lindsay, I do not love any of these options, to be honest. I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Philip Lindsay. I hope that I need to hope that he's not taken out right away by Melvin Gordon. I don't love that pick. Doing okay on buys, though. Had to punt my second wide receiver. Gonna reevaluate now. So you see Ryan's running backs are Boston Scott and Saquon. I don't love that. I also don't like the two wide receivers there. Interesting. Took Austin Hooper. All right, second wide receiver. Let's see who we got. Mike Williams staring me right in the face. Alan Lazard, interesting as well. Golden Tate, he is the wide receiver one with the Giants. All three of those guys are just going to be PPR studs with Daniel Jones. Preston Williams, interesting second option there with the Dolphins. Not even going to mess around. I'm taking Mike Williams as my second wide receiver. At times, he can be a boomer bust guy. I don't know if this would be considered safe, but he's like a safe 7 points every single week. What we got here for defense? All right, we got some interesting options. Saints start against the Buccaneers. You don't like that. Seahawks defense has drastically fallen off. They play the Falcons. Hell no, I'm not taking them. Titans are right there. Still haven't taken our tight end. Need a flex. I think flex is much more important than a defense at this moment. I'm taking Golden Tate. Going to give myself a nice safety valve there with the Giants. So here's our team at the current moment. The only area I'm really concerned about right now is with Philip Lindsay. Could have kind of countered that by taking another running back. As you can see about the options after mine, none of them can give you confidence. Looking at the running backs available, even they aren't ideal. The nice thing is if Philip Lindsay gives us like 8 points, that's going to be solid for a couple weeks. Don't even have to drop him. He's got a bye in week 8. Unless he would get injured or completely phased out of the system, should be fine to help survive. Because there's going to be some teams that aren't even going to score 50 yet. I can guarantee it. Just due to teams doubling down on quarterback, doubling down on tight end. Hoping for a Gerald Everett, Chris Herndon availability at our next pick. Oh my God, we just had 4 kickers go right in a row. All right, we're going to get those tight ends. Someone. Greg Olsen won't go away. Russell Wilson throwing him the ball is nice. Greg Olsen has a lot of injuries to deal with, though. Don't even know who this Elijah Weldman is with the Packers. It's like he's like a fullback. Gerald Everett. It's actually pretty solid, even with this the standout value for Tyler Higbee. Ugh, you can see at the end here he was really phased out. Kind of a risk by taking him. Chiefs defense, going to do it for the second draft in a row. Still available. A lot of teams are going to have to play catch up with the Chiefs, which means a lot of turnover eligibility. Second week, they play the Chargers, my team. A lot of uncertainty at the quarterback. Oh, Paris Campbell just went off. That would have been a really, really good bench piece for us to take. Tight end, same exact guys are there. Already have a flex. I'm going to take a brief look, though, at who's best available for these positions. Sims is right here. I voiced that I love him in my last video. I'm kind of okay with taking another bench piece. I'm going to take Steven Sims because now it gives me an option. I can kind of filter in and out of these positions. You saw the running back position is still very, very cut and dry. Tight end, I'm pretty confident I'm going to be able to get some sort of solid tight end when I come back. The only negative is a lot of these teams don't have a tight end yet. We have a nice flex. I love the wide receiver core that we have here. Even if Meg Williams kind of fades away, we can kind of fill him in with Golden Tate or Steven Sims, like I mentioned. Holy crap. All those teams, Kelvin Harmon got taken. Can't wait to see that happen in our Gulag draft. He's up for the year. But you know what? That's what happens sometimes when you don't mock and you got 30 seconds per pick. Someone might get autoed. The guy that's up for the season. We'd love to see that. Here's their fourth wide receiver, whoever this person would be. Ah, you bitch. Brian just took Chris Herndon. That's what I was hoping to get with this upcoming pick. Jake Kumaro, that'll definitely happen in our draft. Someone's going to think he's more than a special teams guy. Look at that. So outside of Ryan's pick, I would have had Chris Herndon fall back. Greg Olson is still there. Take a peek at some of these other teams. I don't think they're going to be taking a tight end. At most, one of them. I'm okay with Greg Olson, Gerald Everett. I'm going to probably settle for like a Sternberger or an Irv Smith, Dawson Knox, Ian Thomas, one of those guys. I'm going to kind of wait on the tight end at least another round. I want to see who's still available. If there's anybody of interest at the running back. Short answer, no. Look at Christian McCaffrey's handcuffed. What do we got for quarterback? No, I don't want to do that route. Wide receivers, I don't love any of these options either. I'm going to come back to the running back. I want to grab another one just in case the Lindsey thing would happen. Gus Edwards, I know that they just went ahead and they drafted J.K. Dobbins. They still got Mark Ingram there. But I do kind of like that. I can see here no tight ends yet. No tight ends. Okay. So I think it's time that we're going to go with a tight end. Again, I don't love the options, but at this late, you're okay with doing it as long as you know if someone catches like 4 passes in a game, you should be okay with that. I might even double down on tight end when it comes back. Just with that in mind. Going with Irv Smith. Higher upside than Kyle Rudolph. Kyle Rudolph is incredibly touchdown dependent. You know, if I'm being honest, I could even potentially double down on tight ends from the Vikings. No way Ryan takes a third tight end. Oh, he did my strategy. Ryan Fitzpatrick. Get yourself a starting quarterback. Play defense. Looking at these other options, outside of Taysom Hill, you're going to be getting a fat 0 at the position. Unless an injury would happen, predict mid-game. Okay. Again, you can see that none of those tight end options went. Dawson Knox is pretty interesting. He's going to be a starting tight end when they're with the Bills. What does this say? Raring to go? You can see the numbers are gross, but at least we would have ourselves a starting tight end if we need to use him. I don't love that when it says the favorite to start. Going with Ian Thomas. I just made a decision. Starting tight end with the Panthers. I have him on my dynasty team. I'm looking forward to good things coming forward from Ian Thomas. You can see also that 2 tight ends just went. Time for our favorite position, kicker. Two kickers on the Jets. Gross. What is this? What? CFL, Canada Football League All-Star Kicker. They already have a kicker there. Tough slot here because we have no guarantee that any of these guys are going to be the starting kicker. Going with Hauschka, I suppose. All right, so we can look at our team now. Matt Ryan at the quarterback, Todd Gurley, Philip Lindsay, Cooper Kupp, and Mike Williams at the wide receiver. Irv Smith at our tight end with Ian Thomas to back him up or even potentially start. In the flex, we got Golden Tate with our bench depth being Steven Sims and Gus Edwards. Steven Hauschka, we saw, was not guaranteed the starting position for kicker at the Bills. Then we also have the Chiefs defense. So that is the 25 spot, which was Jay Clark. Hopefully you enjoyed this mock draft.